Welcome to Talking About Real Estate, where we discuss the real deal of buying and selling a home, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. My name is Michelle Towers. I'm a licensed real estate agent, and I'm sharing what you need to know about buying and selling to help move you toward better living. Hi there, and welcome to Talking About Real Estate. I'm Michelle Towers, your favorite real estate agent, and I'm here to answer your real estate questions. Now, one of the questions I get a lot is sellers come to me and they tell me, okay, I want to sell my home, Michelle. What do I need to do to get ready to sell my home? You know, selling a home is a process. Any of you who've already done that before, you know it is a process. And part of the thing is that not only are you selling this home, but you're going somewhere else. So chances are you're working on getting yourself established in another home. So you have like two things going on, which is a lot. So, when you come and say, okay, I'm ready to sell my home, a lot of the time you may just be ready to put it on the market as soon as possible. Sometimes though, you may know that you have a few months before you're ready to do it. You have a little bit of time. I want to talk about that because there are a lot of things that are involved when it comes to getting ready to sell your home. Not to mention, you want to be able to get top dollar for your home when you do sell it. So what is that going to involve? A lot of the time when sellers come to me, they haven't really prepared themselves as well as they could to be prepared. Now, I have some sellers that are just like, oh, wow, we are ready to go. But, that is very rare because most of us don't live the way that it takes to live in order to sell your house. So what I want to talk to you about is if you know that you're going to be likely selling your home in the next, let's say 2 to 9 months, what are some things that you can be doing right now to help you to be in a better position when it is time to sell your home so that you have less to do, less stress to have to deal with at that time as we're getting ready to put your house on the market. There's so much involved in just getting your house on the market and going through the whole selling process. So what can we do ahead of time, maybe some months ahead of time, to help your house to show the best so that we can get the best price for it? Marketing really is a very important part of real estate. And I know, it may seem like, oh, it's just a real simple thing. We'll just put it on the MLS and it'll show up on Zillow and everybody will see the house and that's all there is to it. But in order to get the very best price for your house, there really is, I would say, there's a lot of skill and there's a lot of art that goes along to it. And that's where, as a seller, I need your help. So here are some things that you can do ahead of time so that you can take the stress off and be ready to focus on other things when it's time to sell your house. The first thing that you can do is, it's a big one, declutter. Woo, declutter is a big one. When if you watch any of these home improvement shows on TV, and then you see all the work that they've done, the before and the after pictures. The after pictures are so amazing. They're so there's just something so enticing about it. And I think that one of the biggest things is that those homes are not cluttered. When they are finished and they're in their final product, you really see very few items that are out. And I think, subconsciously, maybe we all like that. Maybe subconsciously we're like, boy, I wish I could live with less stuff. And there's something about it that feels good. But it also makes the house feel open. It makes the house feel lighter. So decluttering is a big part of preparing your house. And the thing is if you know you're going to be selling your house in a few months, you might as well start preparing now, right? Better late than never. Now, sometimes there's things that you just need to get rid of. So that rule. I mean, timing is different on those. I've seen some that says if you haven't used it in 6 months, get rid of it. I've seen other places where they say if you haven't used that in a year, get rid of it. If you haven't used it in 3 years, you definitely can get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And the thing is, you don't want to take all that stuff with you anyway, wherever you're going. So start just kind of weeding through things and thinning things out. And that is really going to help you a lot a few months down the road as you're about to prepare to sell your house. Now, another thing that you can do as far as decluttering, there's another side of that, is to just go ahead and start packing some things. If you have a lot of books, if you're a book lover like me and you've got books all over the place, maybe it's a good time to just start taking some of those books, give away a few of them, Maybe it's time to start putting other books in the boxes and just started to, the ones that you want to take with you. Start, building up some stashes of boxes in your garage or in your storage area, just so that you can start to clear things out. These are things you have to do anyway if you're going to move, right? If you're not going to use it in the next 6 months, might as well pack it up. And that doesn't go just for books, but it also goes for, toys that are not used anymore. All kinds of things. If you have all this nice china or these, nice plates, but you're not going to use them until Thanksgiving or whenever the next holiday is, go ahead and pack them up. Just get them out of the way. And it helps you a lot when it comes time to be ready to put your house on the market. So declutter is a big one. That's the first one. The second thing you can do to prepare yourself ahead of time is to think about neutralizing your home. And when I say that, just to go back to these TV home shows that you like to watch, most of us like to watch them. If you notice, a lot of it is very neutral. The colors are very neutral. The everything, the furniture is very neutral. And I think that because that appeals to the average audience. So for example, one of the things you could do is if you think about your walls, you're painting your walls. Painting your walls is a great idea anyway, just because fresh paint looks great. But let's say you have a room. This is like your favorite prayer room that you can just go in, study room that you go in, and you've got a nice purple wall and it inspires you. Well, maybe it's time to paint that wall a nice neutral color. In fact, paint the whole room a nice neutral color. Because what we want to do is we want to prepare your home that's going to be in a way that it's going to be attractive to the general audience. So, I love colors. I've got colors all over my house. I love oranges. I love reds. But I know that, if I was about to put my house on the market, I probably would tone down some of those things just because, it's a specific taste, that sort of thing. So neutralizing your home is a big deal. And also, maybe photos. If you have a lot of photos on the wall, I know some people do these beautiful mural photos on the wall, just multiple photos. Maybe it's time to take those down and get those packed up. But we want to make it neutral in a way, too, that when a buyer walks into your home, they can see themselves living there. So if there are very personal items or very specific design things that that you like, but the average person may not care for it as much, maybe you can do that ahead of time and start to neutralize those sort of things. Paint is cheap and paint is amazing. I love paint. It really goes a long way. So think about that too. And plus if your walls are just chipped, if your baseboards are chipped, if the trim around your doors is chipped and just needs to be freshened up, this is a great time to freshen those things up. Which also goes into the next step, is to take an objective look around your home and see what kind of minor changes and repairs you can make. When we live in our house, we get used to things. It is amazing how I can walk past something that's broken in my house. I can walk past it every single day. And the next thing you know, I don't even notice it anymore. So, so just maybe take a step back, walk through your house like it doesn't belong to you, and think, and just look around and say, okay, what needs to be fixed? What minor things can be fixed? It can just be small things, like I said, like chipped paint, or maybe a door handle doesn't work correctly. Just little things like that you can do ahead of time that are just going to make your house more appealing. So, and the thing is do these things ahead of time. That way you get to enjoy it before you leave anyway. That's the beauty of it. You paint your house, you make some minor changes, and now you get to enjoy that before you just leave instead of doing it at the last minute before you move. So why not enjoy it, right? Do it now so you can get some benefit out of it as well. So let me see, what is the next thing? Oh, here's another one. Let me go back. As when it comes to making minor changes, here's a big thing. But it's a small thing, you see. Sometimes the small things are the big things. This is a small thing, though. Light switches, outlets. Do they look fresh or do they look new? Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing what, you can go down to the hardware store and just get some nice new fresh outlets to put on your plugs, to get some nice new light switches. Little things like that make a huge difference. And so that's something you can do in advance. And believe me, it's little detail things like that that people notice when they're looking at your house to buy. It's little things like that that really do make a difference. And plus, if you do it ahead of time, like I said, you get to enjoy the benefit of it too. You'll be amazed at how new light switches can make you feel so much better. I know it sounds crazy, but at least it does for me. It made a big difference for me. So that's another thing you can do too, as far as just making minor changes on your home. So let's see, what's the last thing that I have here? Check out the major components of your house. If you're moving later, if you're going to be moving in a few months or anything like that, make sure that you check out things like your furnace, like your air conditioning unit, like you just make sure that your appliances are working properly, that sort of thing. It might be a good idea to get your sewer line checked, because most buyers are going to check that. Fireplace. Has your fireplace been cleaned out recently? That's also something that, during an inspection, buyers look at that, and it's amazing how most of us don't have our fireplace cleaned out. But that's something you could do in advance that's going to make it easier, the things that you don't have to do to prepare right before you put your house on the market. And also it's going to help you during inspection to have little things like that taken care of to make sure that things are functioning well. Let me see if there's anything else. Buyers love to see that things are in good condition in your house. That's why it's such a big deal to make those sorts of changes, because buyers can be very particular these days. They really can. And who can blame them? Because especially here in Colorado, prices are generally, they're not going down. They're just going up. And buying a home is a very, it's pretty expensive here. And it's the biggest investment that people are going to make. So buyers do have quite an eye now. They're looking for the best home that they can get for the money that they have. And so things like this, like decluttering, like neutralizing your home, like making these minor changes, to minor repairs and minor changes, and also looking at the major components of your home and making sure that everything is functioning well. Those are the kind of things that are attractive to buyers. Not only that, it's going to be things that are going to give you an assurance while you're still living there that your house is in good condition. It's going to help you to feel better. It's going to help you to feel like you're more prepared. You'll be less likely to be surprised when you do get your house on the market and go through inspections and things like that. And so these are just great things to do. Now, if you do have, if you have more money to invest, things that if you have money to invest that could really help to sell your home, you might want to consider things like putting in new carpet or putting in new flooring. In my opinion, from what I see from buyers, they really love wood flooring or the laminate flooring. But even if you have carpet, even if you're going to put carpet in, fresh carpet goes a long way. So that might be something that you can do if you have a little bit of a larger budget to prepare yourself. Also, paint your house, maybe even the outside of it if it needs to be painted. That can be a great benefit. It's the first impression that people have when they first come and see your home. So, and that's also one of those things that's like, wow, it's kind of a big deal to paint your house. So why not do it before you move so that you can enjoy the benefit of it as well? So you can drive up to your own home and go, wow, that sure does look good. So anyway, I just wanted to just give you some ideas about some things that you can do that will help relieve the pressure, help relieve the stress if you're thinking about putting your home on the market in the next few months. This is just just the beginning here. So if you have questions, more questions about this, if you have any thoughts or ideas, or if you are planning to sell your home, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. Hey, whatever you want to do, I'm here. But I'm here to help you answer your questions and to help you to be prepared and to help you to get the best price for your house possible. Just know that I am here for you, that I care about you, and that I want to help to move you to better living. So until the next time, we'll see you later. Bye.